Yo, still bills, what's the deal, man? Yo, I just got off the clockage, man. 3:26. I normally don't be working this late in the day. You feel what I'm saying? Where this at this job that I'm at, I usually don't be doing this. But because I'm the last of the Mohicans with the dude that I worked through, this is all the type of shit that they got for the kids. So I just gotta take it on the chin like a soldier. Pause. But peep game, man, I want to rap with y'all about something, man, and that's this Canelo Alvarez situation. What it is that he had to say. It's a multitude of ways you can look at it, man. Because you could most definitely deem it as some sucker shit. Because I don't like it, and I'm not even gonna cap. I personally don't like it. I don't like the fact that he would say something like that. Because if he's gonna be campaigning at 75. I personally don't think he should have went up to 75 until after he finished dusting off a few of the last bit of them niggas at 168. But I wasn't in favor of him jumping up to 75 to go up there and fight Bivol. I respected it. I'm always gonna do that because I don't think there's nobody. Bivol just might be the best in the division. And I mean, there's people who get mad because he didn't fight Beterbiev, and it's like, god damn. Okay, so he's supposed to fight Beterbiev. Like, what's the difference between the two? You're fixated on Beterbiev because of his knockout record, but you'll disregard the fact that he fights in a style that's a lot more favorable of a Canelo. When Bivol has a style that contradicts Canelo's style, it's just it's like you just can't win with a lot of these niggas, man. So, nonetheless, I thought it was dope when he jumped up and he fought Bivol, but I was like, I don't think he's gonna be able to beat Bivol, and I think he could beat him in a rematch because now he knows what he's up against. I think he'll fight smarter. I think he'll focus on scoring instead of trying to hurt him and stop him. But even then, I'm like, nah, I'm still favoring Bivol in that fight. But if Bivol was to lose to Zurdo, why wouldn't you fight him? I get you. I want him. I understand that. He beat me. I want to beat him. I understand that. I definitely do. But if Zurdo was to beat Bivol, wouldn't it be like, oh shit, yo, well, Canelo beat Bivol or Canelo beat Zurdo? You one up him. Even though you don't necessarily one up him, you still one up him because he still beat you. And in this sport, styles do make fights. They honestly do, man. That's such a cliche terminology, but it is what it is. That's just what it is. And styles make fights, and Bivol's style contradicts Canelo. Zurdo's doesn't. But if Zurdo was to beat Bivol, that's not saying that Canelo would that he beat Canelo. So why wouldn't you fight him? You got to think about all the Mexican rivalries that we've had, man. Marco Antonio Barrera and Erik Morales is one of the great rivalries ever. And they're both Mexican nationalists, man. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to, continue that, Why wouldn't you want to continue that legacy? But I understand it as well. It's like, man, I don't want to fight no Mexicans. Like, nah, man, it's a world full of people. I want to fight everybody else. But you also have to understand how big the Mexican presence is within boxing. But now on the flip side of that, you also have to take into consideration that there aren't any other light heavyweights and super middleweights and middleweights of Mexican descent. There's Jaime Munguia, and Jaime Munguia ain't nowhere near ready to go anywhere near Canelo. Not even close. Not even close is Jaime ready to get in there with a Canelo Alvarez. They thwarted that man away from Demetrius Andrade. There is no way they're going to put him in the face of a Canelo Alvarez unless they're ready to say, all right, we just going to take a chance on you and this could be lucrative for you. It's a big payday. Sink or swim. They could do it like that, but I highly doubt it. Actually, I don't doubt it because we know what we get out of a Canelo Alvarez. We know what type of bag we get out of that. Unless Oscar is just like, no, I'm not going to allow Canelo to beat one of my fighters. That could be the case. But I don't know. And outside of that, you have David Benavidez, and I seen Punch Drunk did say something like, oh man, now it's the narrative pushers and the Canelo apologists, where now they're trying to say that David Benavidez isn't Mexican. Nationally, he isn't. Lineage-wise, yeah, he is. His lineage goes back to Mexico. But the thing is, he's already stated, yeah, man, I think David Benavidez is a potential opponent. He said that. He is I heard him say that. So why, like, I think, you know, people hear what they want to hear and they jump the gun and just jump out the window with the shit, you dig? And it's something to speak on. But my thing is, why Canelo doesn't fight black fighters now? Y'all are finding fault with him saying he doesn't want to fight Mexican fighters. What about the black fighters who don't want to fight black fighters? Let's clean up our house, man. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's start holding our fighters to a standard to where he can't dictate terms like, nah, I don't want to fight him. Let's push our fighters to get to that point where they're reaching a certain level of greatness to where he has to go and see them. Let's do that, because it's other points that I've brought up to where they could contradict all that that ducking shit. You dig? We got a bad habit with doing this shit, man. Let's check ourselves in the process. We can hold Canelo accountable, but we have to check ourselves as well. I don't hear any fighters clamoring. Not fighters, but I don't hear no black fans and supporters of Jermall clamoring for banging on him for not accepting the fight with Andre. Y'all found comfort in him saying, yeah, I want to fight Andre, just shut everybody up. And in the same fucking live, he called out Golovkin, of course, Canelo, and Oscar De La Hoya. You dig what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So, that's my biggest thing. You dig? Like, let's stop with the bullshit. Let's call a spade a spade. Do I think Canelo was shortchanging himself and his fans if he decides that he's not ever going to fight another Mexican nationalist? Yes, I do. I don't think that's cool at all. I don't think that's cool at all. Domestic rivalries are dope. They're dope as fuck. We've been waiting for the longest time to see Tyson Fury fight fucking Anthony Joshua. And we didn't get that. Domestic rivalries are dope. Now I can understand when it comes to Johnny Beck and Golovkin. He's like, I'm not fighting Golovkin. Y'all can say what y'all want. I don't give a fuck. I look up to him. That's my countryman. And it's within our culture, it's a certain level of respect that we have for our elders that would not allow me to go up there and try and take a belt from him. I can respect that, because it's hard to go against something that's ingrained in you from a cultural standpoint. I can't go against that. I can't go against that. Even though I would love to see that fight, it's understandable. You give me reason, even for, if this is a part of your religion, I like, you won't see me banging on motherfucking Muslims not eating during during Ramadan. You won't see me. You won't see it. I won't bang on Muslims for not eating pork. You won't see me. That's their religious belief. That is the part of their ideology. That is who they are. So from a cultural standpoint, I can't be mad at that. But it's not cultural for Mexicans not to fight Mexicans. If Oscar De La Hoya can fight the beloved Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get in there with someone like Azerto Ramirez. There's no reason for it. No reason whatsoever for it. Because at this point, if you're just talking strictly off of Mexican nationalists, Zerto is the only fighter that's around your weight division that you would have to go see if he does what it is that if he achieves the impossible. David Benavidez isn't necessarily. I don't know because I've heard him say he's expressed the interest in fighting David Benavidez. He has. He's definitely done that. I've heard him do it. But maybe you don't see David Benavidez. Nah, he ain't Mexican. He's Chicano. Alright, word. Maybe you're looking at it from that paradigm. Nah, he's Chicano. He's not Mexican. That's where his lineage goes back to. But he wasn't born in Mexico. And maybe that's what he's talking about. I don't know. But if it ain't, then that shit is whack. Because I don't even like that you wouldn't fight Zurdo Ramirez if he was to beat Bivol. If you beat Bivol, I think you should go and fight Zurdo Ramirez. I definitely do. I definitely do. But I do get like, man, it's everybody out there in the world. Like, I don't want to fight. Just no, I don't want to fight no more Mexicans, man. I want to fight them motherfuckers over there. I don't like the inconsistency in people's energy. I don't like the Euro tour, the Euro bums, but the motherfucker that you saying that he's ducking, all their best wins are against European fighters. I don't like the fact that we hold Floyd Mayweather to this high standard of he the GOAT, and every time we bring up Canelo, they bring up Floyd. But Floyd, your biggest complaint against Canelo, he never fought no black fighters, but Floyd hasn't fought any black fight. He took breaks of fighting black fighters when there was a multitude of them. There was a multitude of them to fight at that time. He didn't fight them. I had someone of my friends, let's try to sit here and justify Floyd not fighting Tim Bradley and Keith Thurman and Amir Khan. And it's like that. I'm not even asking for those fights. The fact of the matter is, those individuals earned that fight. And he tried to say, because this narrative that Canelo's ducking so he ducking him, he ducking, they got it. So when you bring certain shit to light, Floyd get it, because nigga tried to tell me Canelo's Hall of Fame stature is in question or whatever the case may be, because he ain't fought Andre and Charlo. Now, like, that's the most ridiculous shit I ever heard in my life. He's all, Floyd didn't need to be undisputed. He fought this and that and the third, and all that black fighters. Well, what black? Who did he fight after? Zab Judah, Shane Mosley, Andre Berto. After them three, he went through lengthy periods between each of those fighters. He went through lengthy periods to where he was not fighting them. And his excuse was they have a whole country behind them. Mexicans or Latinos, Mexicans in particular, they got a whole country behind them. That was his excuse. Not the black fighters don't sell. Black fighters don't sell. That's all. This is all games Floyd played. He played those games, but he doesn't get vilified for that. But Canelo gets vilified for saying he doesn't want to fight Mexican fighters. I'm not a fan of that. I'm honestly not. I just want niggas to reciprocate that energy. Dumbass nigga also told me, Marcos Maidana earned that fight with Floyd Mayweather. He beat Lil Bro. I'm like, how the fuck did he earn that by beating Adrian Broner, and Amir Khan didn't earn it, and he beat Marcos Maidana, you dumbass nigga? What are you talking about? He's like, nobody was asking for that fight. They had polls online asking, who do y'all want Floyd Mayweather to fight next? And the majority of the people said Amir Khan. This is what happens when you don't keep the same energy. You end up getting caught up in a web of lies. And you end up looking stupid. Don't talk to like, it's just ridiculous, man. It's really ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Let's hold everybody accountable. I do not think Canelo should go his career. If a 168 pounder from Mexico pops up in the rankings and is making his way through the rankings to the point where he's his mandatory and he's a contender, you have to go see him. I'm not giving you a pass for that. No, you got to go holler at him. You got to go holler at him. I still want him to go holler at David Benavidez, even though I don't think David Benavidez is a dude that he's talking about nation state wise. But if he is, then that shit is corny. And that's just what it is. If he's saying I don't want to fight Mexican fighters who come from Mexico, I understand that. Even though I don't like it, it's, and plus, there's no Mexicans in or around that division that are looking to be in the runnings who are straight from Mexico. There's nobody right now. Jaime Munguia is the only one. Logical one. Because I don't think depending on how he does against Bivol, maybe he go holler at Zurdo. I'm just saying, man. I just want people to keep the same energy. Don't clap at dude when our fighters are doing the same shit, the same little bogus shit that he's doing. Canelo beat the shit out of Angulo. That's a Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Years ago, yes, absolutely. I'm not even going to mention Chavez Jr. but he did fight these Mexicans. He did fight them. These is Mexicans. Mexican nationals. They're from Mexico, born and raised in Mexico. He fought them. Is he supposed, do y'all want him to angle for a Jaime Munguia fight? As underdeveloped as Jaime Munguia is, you want him to angle for that? Zurdo, you know, Zurdo is more logical. Zurdo's about, is he more, yeah, he's been in bigger fights. He's a lot more seasoned, and he's naturally bigger than Canelo. So I wouldn't be mad at a Zurdo Ramirez fight, man. But, you know, I don't think fighting that light heavyweight was, I don't think he's trying to campaign up there. I'm just saying, man, just learn to unpack shit. And if you're not going to fully unpack it, at least keep the same energy. If you're going to see that shit through the fucking, if you're just going to fixate and get tunnel vision on that point, everybody needs to be held accountable then. Don't talk greasy about, oh man, Canelo ain't did this and that and the third. Everything that y'all are accusing Canelo of, Floyd did, and Floyd gets all the praise in the world. That's what I don't like. Nobody thinks twice about the bullshit. They just do it. They just say it. You dig? And that shit is just corny to me, man. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I'm not, for the last time, I'm not in favor of him saying that shit, because I think if a Mexican legitimate bona fide contender pops up there, he needs to go holler at him. From Mexico. You need to go holler at him. But at the moment, there's no Mexicans in his division from Mexico that are, you know, that are on his immediate to-do list, man. So that's how I'm feeling about it, man. Y'all let me know what the fuck y'all think, man. I gotta go get my babies. And deuces.